The Mr. Olympia got it wrong. Andrew Jacked is your rightful winner. In my predictions, I said that Andrew Jacked would have won, Nick Walker would have been second, Samson Donald would have been third. That didn't quite pan out. We're gonna go through the poses and I'm gonna make my case. I know a lot of people are going crazy for Hadi Choopan right now. I am not one of those people. He was third, and that was a open and closed case for me. He was third. Front double bicep, Andrew Jacked, easily. Not even a discussion, easily. I have Derek Lunsford in second. Hadi Choopan has one leg. His right leg it's unsymmetrical. That already takes off a couple of points in almost every pose. His right leg is smaller than his left leg. Samson Dauda isn't even in the conversation, so I'm pretty much just gonna ignore him in every shot because he's a distant fourth in my opinion. He should have been like sixth, but fourth, whatever. Let's talk about Derek. Derek is a bigger version of Hadi, and he's more symmetrical. I know his arms are the worst arms in the league. He has the worst arms in the IFBB, but at least he's symmetrical and he's bigger. I know he's soft. I know it's soft, but I can't let this leg slide, bro. Like, this leg is just, it's unacceptable. Like, it throws off the whole pose in my eyes. Front lat spread, Andrew Jacked in first, Samson Dauda in last. You can make a case for Hadi being in second just because his lats show more than Derek's, but it's here or there for me. Okay, give it to Hadi. Doesn't really make a big difference in my eyes. Side chest, Derek is bigger. Plain and simple, he's bigger. Hadi Choopan's shoulder is off. Why is his shoulder pointy? I know why it's pointy. It's not oil, but the gear has to go somewhere. He's been doing this for like 25 years, bro. His shoulder is all scar tissue. That's not going anywhere. But still, I don't like his shoulder. He's smaller than Derek. Derek has good detail from his outer arm. And mind you, I hate Derek's physique, but I'm fair. I try to be as fair as possible. Derek's leg is bigger, his arms are bigger, his chest is bigger. He's bigger in general. Yes, I know he's not as hard, but he's bigger. He has good separation. Hadi is just smaller. I'd have Andrew Jacked in third, and then I'd have Samson in last. Back double, this is Derek's pose. Nobody's gonna question this pose being for Derek. Derek wins. I have Andrew in second. Hadi's back doubles sucks. Like, I don't think it's that good. It's bad. Samson in last. I told you, he's in last in every pose. Rear lat spread, I have Derek in last in this pose. It doesn't look as good as it should. His back is so good, it shouldn't look like this. It looks narrow. I have him last. I have Samson in third, and I'm not like 100% sure who I have in first here. Ideally, I'd go with Andrew just because he's taller. It looks better because he's taller, because his X-frame is more exaggerated. Hadi's more compact, but he's almost as wide as Andrew. The legs are pretty much kind of downsized in my opinion. So I'd give this to Andrew, but if you said you're giving this to Hadi, I wouldn't be like, oh, it's the end of the world. So at least that's 1 and 2 in these poses. Side try, I have Andrew in last in this pose. He has the tools to make this a great pose. He just doesn't hit it right. I don't know what it is that he can't hit it right, but they'll figure it out eventually. I'm pretty sure his arms are just too long that it's uncomfortable for like the actual size he is. So in terms of Derek and Hadi, because that's 1 and 2, Samson is third, I'd have to go with Derek. His side leg is bigger, his shoulders are bigger, his arms are bigger, his chest is bigger. Yes, Hadi has a great midsection, but that's not all this pose is. You have to look at the whole thing and the individual parts and how they come together. Derek's conditioning isn't the greatest. I mean, he's conditioned, he's just soft. He doesn't have that much detail, but you could see there's like a good enough amount of detail coming out of Derek to where it's like, okay, Hadi has things going for him, but it's like he's not as big and it's not as, it doesn't have that impact the same that Derek does. Abs and thigh, you could just ignore these two. These two fucking suck in this pose. Between Andrew and Hadi, I'd go with Andrew again. I know Hadi has great detail coming through the obliques. His core is just greatly separated, but Andrew is just a better frame to look at. He has a better taper coming down into the waist because he's bigger. He has bigger lats. His legs also look pretty proportional to his body, while Hadi is just like short and just like compact, you know what I mean? Yes, he does have great abs, but the whole pose coming together, I'd have to go with Andrew. Most muscular, this is usually a knockout pose for Samson. If Samson was on, he would take this pose easily. But Derek is in, I don't even know, flip-flop these two, I don't give a fuck. They both look bad in it. Derek is just way too soft, it's bad. All right, when it goes to Hadi, right? This right leg is still downsized. When it comes to Andrew, he could be a little bit bigger, but he doesn't really need to be bigger. You know what I mean? His size is okay. It looks like a pretty most muscular. I know people want the most muscular to be like Nick Walker and Freaky and all types of shit, but this is a good looking most muscular. He has everything that you need. Big legs are separated, defined core, striations in the chest, shoulders, and arms. Hadi is, his structure is just not the greatest to look at. He's short, he's compact, everything is scrunched down. And then his arms as well. His arms are like way too high up. And his waist is wide in this pose, which is why I don't like it. He's too compact, so he looks blocky in this pose. Andrew, on the other hand, looks statuesque. He's muscular, but he also has good shape. Hadi doesn't have great shape in this pose. I might even have to go with Derek over. No. Actually, I might go with Samson over Hadi. I don't really know. Because Samson is soft and small, but Hadi just has a bad structure, bro. In general, just waist is blocky here, but Andrew's winning. If you said Hadi's taking second, I'd be okay. If you said anybody else here is taking second, I'd be like, okay, cool. But Andrew's winning. That's my case for Andrew Jack. With that being said, I understand why they gave it to Derek Lunsford. Derek is big. He doesn't really have super weak shots. Yes, he has weaker shots, but none of his shots are like outright like, okay, he has nothing going for him in any of it. You know what I mean? Andrew's side tricep is like objectively bad, even though he has a lot of good tools. He's just not utilizing them. He's a good poser, which hides his flaws, even though he has a lot of them. The chest is soft, whatever, but I understand why they gave it to him, especially in the prejudging. In the finals, I think he lost because he was just too watery. But I understand why they gave it to him. With that being said, Andrew Jack was robbed.